As build-up to an epic Champions League clash reaches fever pitch, MC Alger head coach Rulani Mokwena has stepped up to address swirling allegations that he received leaked tactical information from his former club, Mamelodi Sundowns. The South African champions suspended longtime performance analyst Mario Masha amid claims he shared confidential data. Claims Mokwena has flatly denied, insisting no current tactics were passed and that all his preparations are earned. Today we break down what this controversy means ahead of kickoff.
I've prepared a statement for this, and I would laugh too. They say if you don't laugh, you will cry. And I prefer laughter than tears, because I think the work that we've done at Mamelodi Sundowns deserves a little bit better than what has happened in the last couple of weeks. And if you will allow me, just very briefly, I want to talk about some of my thoughts in relation to this issue that you've asked directly. Let me already start by saying something that I've already alluded to, that I am human. More human than sometimes many of you think. I am not perfect. I am extremely emotional. I'm very emotional about football, because football is all I have. Football has given me everything, including a famous father, a famous uncle, a famous late grandfather. But after hearing the serious accusations presented publicly on a national radio station, normally I wouldn't respond to this, because it would have been left as mere speculation and rumors and gossip. And having grown up a lot in the last few years, I've made a conscious decision not to respond to rumors, gossip, and accusations. But a respected journalist spoke, and I am a product of Mamelodi Sundowns. I've coached in the academy structures from under 15 to under 17 to under 19, and eventually to the senior team. I invested many years of my professional life to this institution, contributing alongside many outstanding professionals to the standards that this club enjoys today across the continent. Many things can be said about me personally as a human being, as a coach, but never that I do not invest in my career. Never that I do not take my job very seriously. Never that I don't work very, very hard. And never that I do not care about details. Those who know me understand how obsessed operation. I have sat in many press conferences amongst you, in front of you, where you have also accused me of oversharing. The opportunity to coach Mamelodi Sundowns and the possibility of returning after I had left for another great institution, Orlando Pirates, and has a lot to do with Coach Pitso Mosimane. But the truth is, it was also opened to me by Dr. Patrice Motsepe and the Motsepe family. What Sundowns represents in African football goes beyond the trophies. It represents leadership, dignity, and responsibility. And I remain deeply grateful and respectful for that chapter of my career. One of my former presidents, I will not mention his name, after hearing these allegations, called me and said, "Believe me, I don't believe this. I know your work. I know your investment." In front of me sits a 50-page report about the next opposition, and that happened to be your last game. Reputation is built over years of conduct and not through anonymous screenshots. And let me state this very, very clearly. Mario has not given me any tactical or confidential discussions, some personal, relating to his UEFA licenses, which he asked me to help him share through different methodologies, previous work done together at Mamelodi Sundowns, and different tactical ideas that include European examples such as those from Manchester City. At no point, and I repeat, at no point, were current Sundowns tactical plans or confidential material shared with me. Mario is a great man, someone I consider a friend, a former colleague, but above all, a hardworking professional and a family man. I would never ask him to compromise his integrity for me. I would never ask anyone to risk their career for a competitive advantage. I also want to strongly protect my current technical team at MCLGs. The work, the investment, the time they spent analyzing opponents and preparing properly has been greatly undermined. Any suggestion that we rely on leaked information disrespects this great club and our professionalism. We prepare thoroughly, of course through intelligence and hard work, but never through shortcuts. There is another aspect that concerns me deeply. And through my time that I have worked at Mamelodi Sundowns, the club taught me a lot. And what I know of the club is that it has been built on strong family values: trust, respect, and professionalism. Anonymous screenshots, allegedly obtained from a private WhatsApp account of an employee, are being circulated publicly is a worrying principle. In South African law, private communications are protected under the Constitution, and legislations such as RICA and the Cyber Crimes Act prohibits unlawful access and distribution of private data. These are serious matters. However, I must also respect that there are ongoing processes and investigations, and those processes must be allowed to run their course. And I will not go further into this, lest I seem to be interfering with that process of the internal investigation, especially because I am now a former employee. My intention is not to criticize. On the contrary, I speak because I care about the standards that were instilled to me by the Motsepe family and everyone else that has been to work alongside Dr. Patrice Motsepe. And great institutions like Sundowns are protected when due processes are respected. In closing, I will also say South African football has been built through years of sacrifice and great leadership. We must be very careful not to allow unverified allegations to damage reputations and institutions that have taken decades, great sacrifice to build by great men. I fully remain focused on my club, my staff, and the responsibility we have for the upcoming match. My history, my success, and many of my failures, my work, and my integrity speaks for it.